probably won't work because the batteries were going low.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
Well, when I was about 16, I made friends. I've always made friends with people a lot older than me because a lot of them worked for my family and they would be older. But anyway, his parents work for the Park Service, and the Park Service is like the military. And they get transferred, from park to park. It might be in, Yellowstone 1 year, and then 2 years later there'd be Great Smoky Mountains and so forth. So anyway, when he was telling me, and he was telling me this is probably 1976 when he told me this story. And he had just got out of the Marine Corps, so he was probably 21 maybe at the time. And this is the time you didn't really hear a whole lot about alien. You heard about UFOs, but you never heard about really abductions. I kind of knew because I'd read the Barney and Betty Hill stories and some of that stuff. And the Pascagoula thing, I think, had either happened or was getting ready to happen. And but anyway, he said, when I was 16, I was living in Wyoming. My parents were working for the Park Service, and I had my license just for a few weeks. And I was washing dishes in this little restaurant. And he said I was just starting to drive, and my parents are very nervous, first few months of driving, about every time I went out, which is understandable.
Of course.
And he said I pulled out of the parking lot and I cut right. He said in Wyoming, many of the roads are a straight shot. I mean, you might go 20 miles without a curve.
Oh, wow, yeah,
and
straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said all I had to do was take a right and drive about 5 miles, and then take another right and pull into my road and into my driveway. And he said, it's literally a 7-8 minute trip. So I got off work, regular time, clocked out, got on the road, was driving home. A light flashed across me, almost like a helicopter flew low and shined its light, across my windshield. The next thing I know, I'm standing there. I'm not standing there, sitting on the side of the road, the engine turned off, the lights turned off, and just sitting there. He said I kind of shook my head and, cranked the car, pulled back on the road, went another mile, pulled into my driveway, and my parents were frantic, and they're like, "Where have you been?" And he said, "I've been at work." And he said, "Well, I just got off work, like 8 minutes ago. And they go, No. What time did you get off? You guys got off at 9:30. I said, it's 10:45. And then when he started telling me the story, sweat was pouring off of him. And he kind of looked at me funny, and he said, What does this mean? And I kind of figured it out, but I said, "Oh, I don't know, man. Probably nothing. Don't worry about it." And he said, every time I tell this story, it's like something's telling me, don't talk, don't tell.
So he was very nervous to
tell the story. We were very close friends. In fact, he used to call me his little brother. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He said, now he had seen lights in the sky up here on the park and kind of knew what that was, or kind of had his theory what it was, but he never associated his experience with a UFO phenomenon. And I didn't enlighten him because I thought
maybe it would stir more.
It was not a good idea.